first leaders to ever emerge out of the Latin American market. He was down when we opened up Mexico, and we get to have him here with us today. So let's give it up from Veracruz, Mexico, Blue Diamond, Mr. Albert Wittenschau.
Wow, I'm so happy to be here. Just a couple of days, I was at the airport and I met a friend from high school at the airport and he asked me, where are you going? I say, I'm going to California and I have the privilege to talk on stage on the BG convention. So he was surprised, he was very surprised and reminds me about my English. And he said, are you not nervous? And I say, no, not really, because it's not regular people. It's my Kayani family. So even if I do 100 mistakes, they will forgive me, right? So I'm not originally from Arkansas. I know I look like, but no. I'm from Veracruz, Mexico. You know, I'm more Mexican than the chimichangas. So, but I know I look white. My dad was from Canada, my mother is from Mexico, and I met this company and it came in a perfect timing. I was frustrated, I was working in 3 jobs, I was desperate, and I moved to Vegas. In Las Vegas, in a coffee, I saw someone sharing some samples of Kayani. So I like the gossip, you know, they tell us, so I was kind of curious. I was watching the samples, and I say, hey, I want some, I thought it was shampoo, you know, I thought it was some shampoo. But hey, I grabbed one of those, I checked on the internet, I see you can win cars, you can make money. So I was really excited. And I said, well, let's do it. So I joined the company, but it was not ready in Mexico. So I have to wait for a while. And we have to smuggle blueberries to Tijuana, you know, bring blueberries to Tijuana until the company gets ready. But has been a blessing, honestly. This company changed my life. I'm able to travel 17 countries the last 5 years. 17 countries. I've been to cruises in the Mediterranean. I've been experienced great benefits. But before I tell you the great things, I have to tell you about this subject. I was kind of stubborn. I was with my ego. I was working on the radio in the morning. In the afternoon, I have a TV program in Mexico. So I didn't listen to my upline. I just talk, but didn't listen. So I was kind of stuck, like almost for 2 years as a sapphire, and I couldn't advance, you know? I couldn't advance until I decided to say, okay, there's a system, just follow the system, I listened to my upline, and everything changed. I'm so blessed I found mentorship of Mr. Angel Olvera. I'm really grateful for all his teaching process. It has been a transformation on me. So let's start this, and I'm gonna share with you that this business, it's a different kind of business, you know? As you see in the first picture, Usain Bolt, 9-time champion runner. You know him, Usain Bolt? Yeah. He's awesome. And next to it, it's another picture of family running, you know, with potato bags. So even if Mr. Bolt decide to play, you know, same running, same sport, but with different stuff. So it's not the same. If he decided to do, on the first step he will fall. And he will get pain. And it's gonna be a disaster. Because if you're running with a potato bag, it's not the same thing. Because the champion is not who is gonna run faster. The champion is gonna be the one who runs faster in potato bags. You understand? Yes. So, you have to understand this business is different. I was so frustrated because, like I example, I talk to everybody, I make phone calls, but I didn't listen to them. How many ears do you have? Mouth? One. So you have to listen double and talk less, you know? When I found that, I said, oh, it's interesting. That's why God creates us 2 ears, right? To listen double. So in this business, there's some keys. And one of the keys is keep your business simple and keep yourself in a good mood. Anyone can do this? Which is the first sign to have a good mood? Smile, right? So let's practice this. Can you smile to your neighbor? Can you smile to your partner? Okay? Why don't we do something? Why don't you say, hey, you look good? Again, you look good. I'm looking better. Okay? I'm looking better. Okay? You have to laugh at yourself. If you don't laugh at yourself, how are you going to connect with people, right? People love people, our customers love people once are interested in us. So if you're not interested in the people, you're not going to connect with them. Why don't we get up a little bit? Why don't we get up a little bit so we can create a good massage to the person next to you? Let's do a massage. Because I see some people fly so many hours, go next to the person, let's do a massage. Okay? This business is about to receive and you have to give, okay? Shake it a little bit. 1, 2, 3, there. Not too high, not too high, not too low, not too low. Okay, now exchange with your partner. Exchange with your partner. That's good. How it feels, good? Awesome. Now, everybody's in a good mood? Everybody's excited? Okay. Let's see how we're gonna talk to the people outside of this room. How we're gonna talk to the people outside of this room now that we have in a good mood. But first of all, I'm going to invite you to Apple Orchard. Apple Orchard, okay? My grandpa used to have a farm, and when I was a kid, he loved to take us to apple picking. And in this business, we have similarities. You know, there's green apples, there's red apples, and there's rotten apples. Okay? It's simple, right? Red apples. How are the red apples? Juicy, ready to eat, you know? You just pick them, twist it, and that's it. Simple. Red apple. Green apple. It's just a matter of time. It needs a little bit more of time so it becomes red. And if you try to pick a green apple and you push it hard, the red ones fall down, right? But there's also the rotten apples. And the rotten apples, no matter what, I never seen no one go to a farm and pick the rotten apples, right? That's true, right? So, no matter if you get red apples, which my recommendation is spend 90% of your time with the red apples, okay? Red apples, 90% of your time. People who are positive, people who are excited, people that are interested in a change in their life, you know, getting healthier, you know, people want to get slim, people want to get extra income, have more time with their families. Maybe 10% to people as green apples, you know. Maybe they like it, but they have to think about it, you know. You can give some tools, you can get a link to them so they can see a video. But 0% of your time with rotten apples, okay? I didn't say rotten people, okay? I said rotten apples, okay? Sorry guys. So, I'm gonna give an example of what I learned, because in my past, I spent so much time with green apples and rotten apples, you know? I was trying to convince them and the business and this, and it's very frustrating. But I'm gonna give you an example what we do, because in this business, we don't sell, we sort. We use our time wisely. So what I do, I bring a prospect, I sit it next to me, and I have a presentation, you know. We use the 1 through 7, 1 through 9, 1 to 10. I put the slide, I use my finger, you know, press the button, you know, presentation number 1. I press the button, same finger, presentation number 2. Slide number 3, same button, same finger. Number 4, 5, 6, 8. And then, no questions, always what? Smiling, no? Slide number 9, same finger, same button. And finally, slide number 10, same finger, same button. That's it. If the person is excited, sign into the business. That's it. If the person is aggressive, annoying, just change the finger. Well, I didn't say physically. I said mentally. Change the finger. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm a very religious person, Who creates people? God creates people. We cannot change people, right? God creates people. Everything else is made in China, right? You don't have to worry about it. You just have to present the business with a good attitude. Someone's gonna be interested. Some has to think about it. And some just next, okay? Next. Perfect. Now, how to build your team, How to build your team. You have to pick interest. You have to invite them to a presentation. This is like when you buy a franchise, 100 pages, right? 100 pages or 200 pages. In Kayani, it's very simple. It's only 4 steps, Pick interest, invite them to a presentation, present the Kayani business, and acquire customers. Thank you. Gracias. Okay. So, it's only 4 steps. Anyone can do these 4 steps? Yeah. Simple, right? So, this is all about freedom. Why we do this? Because we want freedom. So, the sense of this is getting customers, getting partners. In life, if you bring people, customers equals points, points equals freedom. So customers are equal freedom. But it has to come from points. We're an international company, right? There's products in Italy, in Mexico, in Peru, in China, Korea, all these kind of places. So everything is based on points. One time I heard one person, he said, I'm not sure this kind of business is good because it's all about points. I say, life is based on points, right? Everything is points. You go to school, you need points, right? You go to airplane, mileage, points. Credit cards, points. Mortgage, points. Driver license, points. Different points, but still points, right? So it's like, everything is points. And I went to the doctor last week. I get a blood test. And guess what? I found that in my body, I have all the elements to do this business. And guess what? It was points too. The blood test, right? It was points. But, bottom line of the blood test, be positive. Right? Be positive. Guys, you have to be positive. Maybe you have to go to the doctor today and get a blood test. If you don't have be positive, I can get you my blood to you. Don't worry. If you don't have, I can give you blood. Don't worry about it. So, this is simple, guys. If you have a great attitude, people always wants to be surrounded by people with a good attitude. I was going into the subway. I came to LA, and I tried to avoid traffic. It was too much traffic, and I went to the subway. I get in the bar, and I see people, half sleepy, half dead, just like dead people going to the job. It was like, it's unbelievable, So if you have a great attitude, you can just tell them. They can ask you, what's going on, Hey, come with me, and bring them to the business. Present a person the opportunity. So I don't think anyone here is excited. Who loves residual income? No. Who loves residual income? Now I can listen. Because outside, this is impossible. No matter what you do, you make a job, you do something, you get paid only one time, And I cannot offer a better example about residual income because it's sweet. I love oranges. I love them. I love oranges. And actually, the better example of residual income, it's this song, Bésame. I don't know if you can play the song. I'm not gonna sing, but just, do you know that song? Bésame, bésame mucho. Have you heard that song before? Yeah? Bésame mucho? Okay, let me tell you about this song. This song is the #1 song performed in Spanish in the world. Has been played by the Beatles, has been played by Frank Sinatra, it has been played for so many artists. Consuelo Velázquez written this song in 1940. 1940. Every time, you know, Bésame Mucho song? Bésame, bésame mucho? What does it mean? Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, stupid stuff, you know, but anyway. So, that song has performed so many times on the radio. Every time it's performed on the radio, she gets paid. Every time performing television, she gets paid. Every time another artist sing that song, she gets paid. In a musical, she gets paid. Guess what? She passed away a couple of years ago. She gets paid. Well, her family gets paid. But still, you know? And I was thinking about it, you know? 8 years ago, I signed up in Kayani. I bought my distribution. And guess what? I bring some customers. And I'm making residual income. It's not that amazing? It's not that amazing? It's awesome. So we have a great opportunity to create pure residual income. That is the best example of Bésame Mucho. So this is my favorite song, Bésame Mucho. And I want to create this song written by Consuelo Velázquez, lyrics by Albert Wittgenstein. So it's Bésame, bésame mucho. I drink the sunrise, the sunset, and the nitro effects. Bésame, bésame mucho. Royalties coming to me every month. Cha cha cha. Okay? That's it. You know, I love the song. So we have this opportunity, guys. You can make residual income. It's amazing. But first of all, you need to know your role. You know, as we talk, we have to get excited, smiling, pick an interest, you know, invite them to a presentation. And if you invite them to a presentation, you know how to filter the negative people, you know? You know how to sort negative people? You learned it? Okay, perfect. Now, presenting the Kayani business, as you see, there's some sample inviting scripts, you know? It's just making questions. If you make questions, people will answer. If you notice them are not positive, don't worry about it. Next. There's so many people outside that are looking for an opportunity. I'm not gonna go in too much detail about the scripts because we have amazing scripts on the website, on the back office, with your upline. I just get these genericals. But if someone is excited, he say yes, he's a red apple. If he has questions, you know, it's a green apple. And if he's not interested, rotten apple, next. Don't worry about it. Don't spend time with the rotten apples. Now, to pick interest and invite successfully, you should be interesting. You know? You don't have to be as thousands of people outside with the same level of excitement, like, you know, like I told you in the subway. People go like half sleepy, half dead. You can lost into all those people. But if you're excited, if you're smiling, it's different. Just in Mexico City, where I live for a couple of months, I see all the people with their phones on the Avenida Reforma. They're like zombies, you know, they're like the phones, like, oh, this. Their faces, it's like so much stress. And if they see you, you're happy, you're smiling, you can share this opportunity. It's simple, believe me, guys. It's really, really simple. Now, this is a warning because you can kill people if you present the business and if it's your own guest. I'm gonna tell you a story about this. Because if you present the business and it's your guest, it's like the 10 commandments. There's one commandment you cannot do. Do not try to explain on your own. You know, if you invite someone, don't present the business you. Get support by a person that has experience, has more experience than you. Okay? There is a friend, I just signed up a friend a couple of weeks ago. He's a tall guy, you know, big guy. And I tell him, hey, Johnny, do you have imagination? He said, yes. If I give you a story, can you picture it? Yeah, yes. Imagine you go to the hospital, you know, and a surgeon make a surgery. You know, you take notes, you take pictures. The surgery, you know, you record it. Everything was good, done successfully. That's it. You go back to your house and you phone your neighbor from next block and you say, hey, I know you suffer from pain. Come to my house, you know. And you bring him to your house. Can you picture? No? And say, don't worry, sit down. You put him in the dining table, and you just go and grab a knife from the kitchen, you know, and start making surgery. Do you think that's possible? He say, no. I say, why? Because it has to be made by a surgery, by a professional. So guys, it's the same with the business. We have to be professional. The best profession of Century 21 is to be a networker. You have to be a professional networker. So, who gives the presentation?
Someone else.
An expert. Has to be the upline. Someone that has more expertise than you. If you want to do it your own, it's going to happen what happened to me. That I killed a lot of people in the past because I want to do it my way. Everything, you know. I was thinking, no, I know how to do. I'm not afraid to talk. I can talk, but I was not following the system. So, anyone agree with me with this? Yeah. We have to be professionals? Awesome. So, what is edification? This is the only good thing you have to learn today. If you can learn how to edify a person, it can be a miraculous presentation. It reminds me, a couple of months ago, I get a phone call from my upline, Mr. Angel Olvera, and he say, hey Albert, there's one lady here in Korea, she wants to know about the business, are you willing to come? I have freedom of time, no? I fly to Korea, you know, but he edified me, you know. I was surprised. I learned that, how edification is. The lady was open eyes, open mouth, like for half an hour. I thought, I mean, the good thing of Korea is that not too many people speak English over there. So I don't know if she doesn't understand or what, but maybe she thought I was Travis Garza, president of Cayenne or something. The lady was amazed, like, oh, listen. I say, oh, it feels great, you know. I'm the leader, you know. But I mean, Angel Rivera, he's multi-million earner in Cayenne, you know. He can do it, but he introduced me, you know, to the presentation. I said, oh, that's good, you know. And the great thing, I need a translator over there because I don't speak Korean, you know. And the good thing of Korea is that my English over there is like Shakespeare speaking English over there. That was very good, you know. So, guys, edification, how it works, the edification, good. Because if you have a friend or someone that you know, might trust you, you know, your friends, your family can trust you, but they don't respect you because you haven't get to a certain rank, you haven't get a result like very impressive. Sometimes you just have to park your Ferrari and you don't have to say nothing, right? But until that happen, guess what? You have to edify someone else to share the opportunity. Okay? So, you understand how it works, edification? Yes. Awesome. Now, when you invite prospect to a presentations, there's different types of presentations. I love this one-on-one. If you are desperate and no one can help you, you can do the presentation, you can get the phone so you can help with your upline. Maybe your upline is in another country, another state. Your upline will validate what you say, and then you can use it in your upline. 2-on-1 in home. Oh, I love the home meetings. I love home meetings. It's simple and it's cheap, you know, to do the meetings instead of going to coffees and this and that. Because how much costs a box of coffee? You know, a couple of dollars. And you can make a lot of coffees in your house. And you know, use cookies. And that's it. Simple. Just keep it simple. Water. You know, a BOM, business opportunity meeting. A weekly presentation or a special event like today at noon. We're gonna have a special meeting. But at this event, at these kind of presentations, have you seen? There's gonna be answers like when you finish, you just have to ask, right? You just have to ask. Are you ready to get started? If the person say yes, you sign up as a distributor, you know. And then you put a date for the launch. You promote the next Saturday training. You give a Kayani magazine, you know, so she can know more about the company. If the person has questions, you know, you promote them to the next training. Don't worry, it's going to be covered in the next training. And then if she doesn't sign up, you promote it to the next training until the person is signed up. If the person say no, someone have received this, like no? Okay, you have to be educated, you thank them, and sign up as a customer, right? We don't need everyone in Kayani, we only need the best. So if they're not gonna do the business, don't worry about it, sign up as a customer, okay? If she doesn't, or he doesn't wanna sign up as a customer, get a referral from them. And if he doesn't wanna give you a referral, well, thank them, and invite them to the table, get cookies, cookies, and put a cookie in the mouth. So when you have a cookie in the mouth, people cannot talk, especially negative people, right? They like to talk, With a cookie, I don't see many people talking. So if he continue asking or negative, give another cookie, And if it's still, aggressive, don't be greedy. Put everything in the mouth, just so he don't continue, and invite him to go outside to breathe fresh air, gentle, fresh air. You have space in your house. So it's simple, guys. It's very, very, very simple. After the presentation, what we can do after the presentation, every question you should answer the same way, Oh, that's a great question. Can you repeat after me? That's a great question. No, but like you take the sunrise today. How you say? That's a great question. That's a great question. Oh, that's a great idea. All that will be covered in the training. Keep it simple and get your prospect involved in the training. Your success depends on it. I remember one time, I was in a home meeting. There's a young couple come to my house, and the girl, she's excited. She say, "Oh yeah, I want to do this." But her boyfriend, always someone. Her boyfriend say, "Oh, I have to analyze. I like it, but I have to analyze." I asked the lady, "May I ask you a question? Do you remember when the first time he kissed you?" And say, "Oh yes, I remember." And what does he do? He step back and say, "Oh, let me analyze how I'm gonna kiss you. To the left, to the right." She started laughing. She say, "No. He just grabbed me and kissed me, and that's it." So she say to the boyfriend, "Kiss me now and sign me up right now." That's it. Simple, right? You have to twist a little bit. Your people, always with a great attitude. Now, a couple of days before coming to this event, my Kayani car was parked outside of the street, and I was eating, and then crash. I said, "What happened?" My car was hit by another driver, and I was like, "What?" And all the neighbors getting out, and oh my God, it was crashed really bad. And well, I get out to see what happened, if the guy was alive or something, if that was there. And then I approached, the guy was shaking like, "Oh my God, I'm nervous. Oh my God, I'm nervous." I said, relax, take a sunrise. Take this, And the guy was like, I'm nervous. I need to see my wife. I say, "Okay, call your wife." "I don't have a phone." Okay, I gave my phone to him, and then the police was coming by, and I was starting to laugh, I say, "This guy's lucky he hit my car and not everybody else, because Mexico, no?" So, and the police asked me, "Why are you laughing? Are you in shock?" He thought I was in shock. I was laughing like crazy. I say, "No, I'm okay. It's just the guy hit me. He doesn't know he's gonna be my next customer." And then the police officer tell me, "What kind of business are you in?" I say, "Officer, one more question and you can be my next partner. So don't ask me another question." So guys, you don't have to be afraid. You just talk to people. Anyone can be your customer, right? After the crash, I say, "You need the sunset, double omegas, inflammation, go pop, pop." I said it, Anyone can be a distributor. Anyone. Okay? Remember the mission. Touch your heart. Remember the mission. Touch your heart. Remember the mission. What is the mission of the company? Don't be afraid to talk to people. Guys, this is our secret. I want you guys to get up of your seat, because I want you to repeat it with me. Get up your seats and loudly repeat it with me. The 4 secrets to success in Kayani. Number 1, pick interest. Invite to a presentation. Present the Kayani business and acquire customers and build your Kayani empire. Thank you guys. I'm over with the shop. God bless you and have a great weekend. Because now, let me introduce our next speaker that is gonna be fantastic.